Respected Mrs. Hemlata Patil, Director School of Computer Sciences, today's speaker, my colleagues and dear students. A very good and warm morning to everyone joined to this meeting. On behalf of School of Computer Sciences, Mulji Jetha College, Jalgaon, I, Dr. Leena Bhole, feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to all present here for today's webinar on professional ethics for IT industry. Nowadays, computer science and IT students are very fast in clamping the technology, coding in specific language, and developing good software. Along with this, student can do better if they are aware about the ethics that are followed while working in IT industry. Ethics in IT industry is important as it creates a culture of trust, responsibility, integrity, and excellence in use of resources. In this context, School of Computer Science has organized this webinar to explore students' knowledge about professional ethics, its types, importance, and practices followed in IT industry. Continuing on this line, today we are honored to have with us eminent speaker, our alumni and former lecturer of Department of Computer Science, Mr. Sam J. Mr. Sam has 20 plus years of IT industry experience. He has worked for multiple IT organizations on different roles like consultant, developer, architect, as well as mentor. Currently, he is owning couple of consulting companies situated in Pune. Mr. Sam is working with multiple MNCs on diversified projects in customer relationship management and integration domain. Since last 20 years, he is instrumental in mentoring fresh engineering graduates for multiple IT companies. On behalf of School of Computer Science, I welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Leena ma'am.
I request Mr. Sam to guide our students about professional ethics essential in IT industry. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so I got the baton. Let me see how many people are there. And guys, relax. It's like, even if it's like formal presentation, I want to share whatever I gain in my experience, that just I want to share with you all, so that you all are all my younger brothers and sisters, so you get benefit out of that. Okay, so let us keep the presentation quite simple. Let me see, there are total 66 people are there. Maybe some of them are faculty members, some of them are students. So if you can access the chat, can you just see if you can access the chat? And you can select all panelists and attendees. So can you see all panelists and attendees option in the chat? Just say hello to all. Just find out where is the chat and let us get started with that. I want it to be interactive, you know. It should not be like one way, I'm just talking, and you are listening, not like that. Can you just find out where is the chat option in your Zoom and just say hello to all? Just put a message. Yes, I got a message from Pandit, Yashasri, Sushil, Ruchita, Shraddha, Vaishnavi. My God, amazing. So this is what the excitement in the room, you know. So are you guys excited? Excited? So your mics are muted, but just say, yes, I'm excited to learn today, you know. Yes, very good, very good. Sushil, Shubhangi, Harshada, Sharda, Shraddha, Yashasri. So many people are there. So should we get started? Just say RTR, ready to rock. Just put capital RTR in chat box. Yeah, Pritam, Mrunal, Anushka, very good. You guys are amazing. Okay, so let us get started, friends. I hope I'm visible. Lights are okay. Audio is okay. Video is okay. Sound is okay. All is fine, right? All awesome. Let's get started. So as Leena ma'am nicely introduced me, I'm Sam J, and soon you will know me better whenever we will move on in the presentation. My name is Sanjay Joshi. Okay, then you can see Sam J Joshi on the screen and you can see Sam J. So some other time I will tell you my detailed story, how I was Sanjay Joshi, how I become Sam Jay Joshi, and how I became Sam J. Nowadays, people know me with the name Sam J. So thanks to all staff members from Department of Computer Science. I am product of this department, friends. I passed out my graduation in 1998 from the same department. Okay. And I worked for 4 years, like Swapnali ma'am and like Hemlata ma'am. So Hemlata ma'am was my teacher and was my colleague also whenever I was working there as professor. Okay, like Leena ma'am, I was working there as professor. Okay, so you are talking to the person who is like you. My basic city is Jalgaon only. Okay, and nowadays it got completely transformed from last, I'll say from in 2004 I left Jalgaon and I shifted to Pune, and then it's like all 15 years it's like complete transformation. No worries. So let's get started. So let me just talk about myself. Lina ma'am already introduced me in a very nice way and beautiful way. I'm IT professional, core hardcore IT professional, technical person with 20 plus years of IT industry experience. Okay, and you can call me as integration specialist in TIPCO, MuleSoft, and Salesforce. So this is my life, my professional life. So I do have Salesforce, TIPCO, which is one of the leading integration product, MuleSoft, which is competitor of TIPCO. So this is like whole integration area is my life. Okay. So I have done integration since beginning and doing integration only nowadays also. So I'm integration specialist that you can call me as. I own couple of companies. One company name is Box3 Consultancy Services, which is like software company, right? I take outsourcing projects and work on that and all. And other one is my virtual learning company. Okay, so MyV University is my virtual learning platform, which I claim as one-stop solution for all your learning needs. That's what I'll talk about that later on. I played different roles. So, like as I told you, I started as professor, then got into developer role, then architect role, designer role, and whatnot, mentoring different people, teams, and all. So that's what I'm doing currently. Currently what I'm doing is I am contractually associated with multiple multinational companies. Okay, till 2 years back I was on the role of couple of on one of the IT company. Okay, one of the well reputed IT company in India. Then I left it and I'm on my own currently. So I'm associated with, on contractual basis, multiple multinational companies. I take their projects, I work on that, and in the morning time and evening time I run coaching program, mentoring programs for US teams specifically. That's what my complete day is planned currently. So just connect with me if you want. I made that URLs very simple. Facebook, you just say samj.tech, tech for technical, slash Facebook, samj.tech slash LinkedIn. You just type it and send me the connection request. So I'm happy to connect with you guys. You can check my YouTube. You can WhatsApp me if you require any help. No worries. I will help you out. Okay. Then these are my websites. So this is about me. Let us get into today's topic. So what we are going to do. Okay. Basically, simple objective we do have for today's session. It's very simple that you guys are working in college. You are studying in college, right? Some of you may be doing different degrees. I don't know what degrees you are doing. Can you just put in the chat what degree you are doing? BSc, BCA, MCA, MBA, MCA, what degree you are doing currently? Can you just put it in the chat? I will read it out. BSc, 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 MSc. Very good. BSc. Okay, so it's like science people I'm talking to, right? Some of you are doing undergraduate program, some of you are doing postgraduate program in computer science. Very good. So now you guys are working, you guys are studying in college, you are student over there, and after completing of your degree, you will be joining IT industry. So you all are my future software engineers, isn't it? Agree? You all are my future software engineers. So whenever you come from college background, or whenever you come from college environment to the corporate environment, as I am working there from last 20 years, I will be sharing with you what kind of habits you need to have, what kind of ethics you need to follow, what kind of policies you need to adhere to whenever you join IT industry. Okay, and that helps you in long run. It is not about while you are joining then you are only following that policies and all. No, they help you in long run. Okay, whoever you will be after 20 years, that will be decided by your ethics and policies which you are following every day whenever you join your IT job. So today's session objective is simple. I am going to share that kind of policies and that kind of ethics with you, which you are supposed to follow whenever you join your IT job. I will be covering 10 such policies, very focused, very pinpointed discussion. I'm going to do 10 policies, 10 top policies, which will help you to grow like pro IT professional in the IT industry. Okay, and if you are aware about that, whenever you are studying in the college, nothing like that. So that's what we are going to do. This is the rough agenda, whatever we are talking about, but I will keep it free. Whatever your questions are there, I will be answering that. So let us jump into the presentation, guys. So whenever I say ethics, so instead of getting into the bookish definition of this is called as ethics, if you look at all these words, moral, whatever your moral responsibilities, integrity, your trustworthiness, value, how you believe in the value system, honor, how you honor, respect your colleagues, yourself, and everybody. Okay, that's we called as code of honor. Then choice, how you make the right choice. Conscience, what is your belief system? What are your beliefs that you have? Responsibility, how you take responsibility while you are working on IT job. Fairness, how you will be fair with your colleagues and other people while working on the IT job. Right, how do you do the right actions, how do you take the right actions. That's what honesty, your principles, all these together, that we call as ethics. Okay, these are your ethics, and this is what is your ethics system. So today what we are going to talk about, will be talking about professional ethics. Now let me clarify one thing over there. Whenever I say ethics and whenever I say policies, there is the basic difference in that. Okay, ethics are more on moral responsibility, moral philosophy ethics are based on, and policies are very strong, tangible, and very real on the project. So I am not getting into policies and ethics kind of definition. Whatever I am going to tell you, that will be mix of ethics and policies. So that will be the what you can say, that professional ethics for you to follow whenever you join the IT job. But don't get into the technical definition, technical tagging, whether it is really ethic or whether it is really policy. It can be any one of them. I give you the example. Look at the music system. You might be thinking that why I'm showing music system over here. Okay, so you should not do certain act which will have problem for others. This is what is the philosophy, that is what is the ethic is. I repeat, you should not do any act which will have trouble for others. That is the philosophy. But what is the rule, what is the policy? You cannot play music system in loud after 10 p.m. in the night. Is that the rule? Yes, that is the rule by our law, that after 10 p.m. you cannot really play it loud. which will cause trouble for others. So policy, ethics, they are overlapping. So finally, what you are supposed to do, you should not play it loud. Okay, that's what is the ground rule that you have to follow. So that's what I'm saying, that I'm not getting into telling you the difference between ethics and policies and all that. Whatever you have to follow whenever you work on the IT job, that 10 things I'm going to tell you. For example, pen drive. So what is the philosophy? I shown the storage devices also. You can see pen drives, you can see hard disks and SD card and everything. What is the philosophy? Philosophy is you should not break somebody's trust. That is philosophy. And what is the actual real policy in the IT company? You should not carry any of your storage device with you. Neither your own hard disks, your pen drive, SD card, nothing. I'm saying loose SD card. I'm not talking about mobile SD card inserted in the mobile. Loose storage devices you are not supposed to carry. So what is the ground rule? Ground rule, you are not supposed to steal the data of company. You are not supposed to copy the data from outside from to your company PC. That's the reason you should not carry the storage device. So I'm going to tell you strictly what you are going to follow, and that's what. I'm not getting into ethics and policies, those are all professional ethics for you. So what is the simple agenda for today? 10 professional ethics rule which will make you like pro IT professional in your career. Okay, that's what I'm going to share with you. Okay, should I bring it on? Just type BIO in the chat. Bring it on if I should bring it all 10 principles for you. BIO, who all are excited? I'm counting how many BIOs I'm getting in the chat. I'm serious. Don't be passive. Don't be lazy while listening the presentation. It's not one way. I'm talking straight away looking in your eyes. So look at me, right? Even if your cam is not on, I can see you. Trust me. Okay, so I got lot of bring it on. I got like how many bring it on? 78 bring it on I got. Amazing. So I have to get into the next thing. So what is the scope of this professional ethics? Is it only while you join the company? Come on, till the time you join the IT industry and you exit from the IT industry, the whole IT tenor is the scope of professional ethics. Even I am supposed to follow all professional ethics, which I'm going to tell you. That is what the scope of that. Okay, how many types of professional ethics? So as I told you, these are not types, these are actually the professional ethics which you have to follow. And under each category, I will tell you so many ethics. So 10 categories I'm going to show you. You can see that right from information security, integrity, dependability, reliability, responsibility, adaptability, quality of work, discipline, teamwork, professionalism, communication, honesty. Wow, breathless, right? So 10 different professional ethics you have to follow. Once you follow all these 10, you should not have to worry about others. Everything is getting covered over here. So let us jump into the first one, information security. Whenever you say information security, you are supposed to take care of your company data. Whenever you are working on any IT job, you will get laptop from your company, you will get iCard from your company, you will get lot of stuff which you are supposed to use for your job. So making them all secure is your responsibility. Okay, so for example, you have your own storage device. As I told you, you cannot carry that to the company. Okay, so suppose I don't have the sufficient space on my office laptop, so I will carry my own hard disks and connect that to the office laptop. Come on, maybe some virus enter from your hard disk to office computer. Some data might be stolen by some spamware or some malicious program on your hard disk. Some data might be stolen from your office computer. You cannot do that. You have to keep it secure. Okay, client details. You are working on some client. Suppose somebody is working on British Telecom. So whenever you are publishing something on social media, you are publishing some post, you are putting some photo, you are putting some company photos, make sure you are not breaching any of the ethics, any of the policy. Okay, so you are not supposed to disclose your client details. You cannot say that today I got selected on British Telecom project. Come on, you cannot take the name of British Telecom at all whenever you are putting it on social media. You may say that I got selected in so and so company as IT professional. Don't disclose your project details on social media. Beware about that. Don't ever tell about client details, even if you are talking casually. Okay, so you are talking to somebody on phone, don't ever disclose client details and other details to other people. You never know how they will be used. You never know, your call maybe got recorded by other person. Okay, so be careful. Even if you are casual, during office hours, after office hours, anytime. It's not during office hour you will follow that, and after office hour you will talk casually about that. Not at all. Another thing, many of the people, they have the habit, whenever they work on some mails and all, and they want to work at home, they don't have the laptop at home, they just forward their mails to that personal Gmail ID and other Gmail ID. Never ever do that. Your mailbox, official mailbox, 24 by 7 monitored by different applications. In case if you forward something to your personal Gmail ID, your company team can take strict action against you. Doesn't matter what is your motive is, doesn't matter how good your intention is, you are not supposed to do that. Nothing doing. You can access your company mailbox at your home through the secure network, but do not download any official attachment to your home PC. Do not do any communication from official mail ID to personal email ID, personal email ID to official mail ID. Nothing doing. Never ever do that. Okay, whenever you get different documents, you get your offer letter. Okay, your salary is mentioned in that. You get different template, you get different dashboard to fill in and all. So make sure any of the hard copy, I'm not talking about only forwarding mails and all, only soft copy and all, I'm talking about your hard copy also. Do not allow that hard copy lying on the table. Whenever you leave the table, always put that in the drawer, lock that, lock your PC, and then leave your seat and go wherever you want to go. Okay, so you are supposed to protect each and every data item. It may be the hard copy, your own offer letter, some dashboard, some Excel sheet, some Word document. Never ever keep them lying anywhere. Never ever copy them to the shared storage which is accessible to everybody in the company. Maybe you are working on the critical project and somebody working in some other project, and you are not allowed to see each other's data. You are working on British Telecom and somebody working on AT&T. Of course, these two are competitors. AT&T, US based telecom operator, British Telecom, UK based telecom operator. These are right competitor worldwide. So you cannot allow project people to share their document with each other. Okay, so that is what about information security. Whatever information given to you, whatever data given to you, whatever document given to you, you are supposed to protect privacy of that. Okay, and companies are very serious about that. We are very casual about that. We all are human beings. You, me, everybody is like that. We are very casual about papers and documents and password and credentials and all. We casually pass on credential to somebody else. Never ever do that. Companies are very serious about their information privacy. I mean it. People got fired from their job because of this. They did not have wrong intention, but because of their casualness, they got fired with the half day notice from the job. I have live example. I will share some more example. Let us get into the next thing, which is integrity. Whenever you say integrity, how trustworthy you are. Okay, how company can trust you, company treat you as the trustworthy person. You should not breach, you should not break that trust at all. That's what is integrity. Now, whenever you say integrity, many companies, they do have swipe in and swipe out facility, policy, right? So maybe 9 a.m. every day you have to swipe in, 7:30 p.m. minimum you have to be there in the office, and at least 10 hours you can complete, including half an hour lunch break. So 10.5 hours, and then you have to swipe out whenever you go out. Follow that strictly. Don't be casual. Always wear your iCard and use it for swiping and swipe out. Are you aware about that? Just put yes, no if you are aware about swipe in, swipe out. Whenever you are entering into company, swipe in. Whenever you are leaving the company, swipe out. That is your proof that you were in the company. That is at your side. I have seen very bad example. Let me tell you one example in my one of the past company. Husband and wife, they were working together in the same company, and what malpractice they were doing. Husband used to carry wife's card with him, and he used to swipe both. And one fine day, that person caught up by one security person. He complained that to HR, security person complained that to HR. And on the same day, I repeat, on the same day, not even notice of 1 month, or even they asked them to resign, not at all. They terminated husband as well as wife, gone. Can you guys understand the seriousness of this? They might have EMIs to pay, they might have a lot of responsibilities. They're earning from lakhs to zero same day. Why? Just he is casual with the swipe in, swipe out. Don't ever do that. Don't ever give your iCard to somebody else and say that you just swipe on my behalf. Never ever do that. Companies are very serious about that. And I'm not talking about theory. I am live example. I have seen that. I have worked for 20 years. I have seen so many cases getting terminated with this. Be careful. I'm raising the red alarm for you. Okay, don't do that. And this is the right time to be aware about that. Whatever your company secrets are there, never ever share with others. Okay, maybe your friend working in some other company, that company may be competitor of your company. Never ever share your secret. One example of that: suppose you are working in the sales process or pre-sales process, and you are aware about all the numbers, you are aware about all the quoting prices and quotation and tender prices and all. Never ever disclose even casually to anybody. Doesn't matter how close your friend is. Never ever do that. People do social engineering to take out this information. They try to be close with you to take out this information from you. Never ever share that. Politely just deny that. I can't share it, I'm not aware about that, or whatever sort of. Be careful. Then whenever you are roaming in your office, okay, so there are permitted zones for you. Okay, there are some zones, some area in your own office which are restricted area. Okay, for example, in one of the company I was working as the professional, and there was the critical client, and that client want that my floor, only people who are working on my project should enter on that floor. So there used to be the spatial sign in and spatial sign out on that floor. Now, even if as a senior person in the company, I do have right, I do have access right on my card to swipe in and get inside, I should not do that. I should properly enter in the register at the door saying that for this and this reason I am entering into the restricted area. I do have all approvals in place, and now I am entering, and then now I am leaving the area. That you have to do. So be careful about client floors in your company. If there is written restricted area, if there is written red zone, never enter into that without necessary approval in place. Okay, understand? Useful. If this information is useful for you, can you just type capital U in the chat box if you feel this is useful, whatever I'm sharing with you? Rather, I'm saving you from getting into the blunder. So that's what. Okay, so Sushil, thank you. What about others? Lina, Pratik, Anushka, excellent. You guys are amazing. Okay, more eight principles, more eight ethics to go, Pay package, discussing about pay package, how much salary you have, how much salary I have, comparing myself with you and all. Whenever some company will come in your college for campus interview, they will recruit you for the companies. You guys are not supposed to talk to each other related to pay package. Never ever, this is highly confidential data, your pay package. Never ever disclose your pay package to any of your colleague in the company. Never ever ask their pay package on the lunch table or your cup of coffee, cup of tea. Never ever discuss these things. Pay package, say no. I'm getting sufficient salary. If somebody asking you how much salary you are getting, how much package they offered you, you can say they offered me sufficient package. I'm happy with that. Okay. If somebody is sharing his package to you, just say, I can't hear anything. I don't want to know that. Stop it. Let us not discuss about salary. Let us discuss about something else. Never ever discuss about salary on lunch table or in office hours or with your colleagues, anybody. Okay, only talk to your manager and talk to the HR person related to salary. Manager means your all the managers in the upward hierarchy or with HR person. Otherwise nobody else is allowed to discuss about pay package with you. Never ever, remember that. Okay, that's how it is. This is about integrity. Now, dependability and responsibility, this is common ethics, friends. Now, even at our home we follow that. Okay, do you follow that really? You are studying in the college, your college finish at 5 p.m. Okay, so suppose someday Hemlata ma'am kept her data structure class in the evening. Okay, and you have to stay in the college for 2 additional hours, and instead of 5 p.m you will reach home at maybe 8 p.m. So, do you make a call to your mom or dad or brother or sister and tell them that, Mom, I will be late by 2 hours today because Hemlata ma'am put the additional lecture for us? If you do that, that means you are following this particular ethics. Okay? If you are like this person, then you are following that. Look at the picture. So, if the time to report to company at 9 a.m. and this person is reaching at 1 p.m. during lunch break, this person should inform his manager or all his colleagues where work is dependent on him or her. He should call that. If it is like ad hoc, so something happen, that happens, problem happens, and it's like every time it will not be ideal. Make a call to all the stakeholders, manager, colleagues, whoever. Inform them that I will be joining half day today. Don't make it dynamic, make it like a plan. Make it like beforehand you will call and you will tell them that you have to take morning half day leave and you will join in second half. If it is a planned leave, you are supposed to apply it in the system, get it approved, and then you be absent. Still, you have to drop a mail and you have to inform all of them that, guys, I will be on half day leave. So please, I will not be reachable on my mobile during this half day because I will be in hospital or somewhere, whatever emergency you will have, or you will be in some family function or something. But make them aware. You are very responsible person, and have that habit from today, friends. Even if you are studying in the college, have that habit, and this will help you in the long run. Trust me, you will be pro IT professional if you do that. Otherwise, you will be struggling IT professional while working in IT job. Nobody will trust you. Okay, people will give you more work. They will have more trust on you if you are responsible like that. Out of office message, how many of you aware about out of office message? What is that? Just put me if you are aware. If you don't know, just say DNK, don't know. If you are not aware about out of office, just say DNK. If you are aware, just put me in the chat. Okay, Kajal, you are not aware about that. Okay, fine. Most of you are not aware about that. Let me explain that. Out of office message is what? In my mailbox, whenever my mailbox is configured on Outlook Express, Microsoft Outlook, there is a facility to configure out of office email. In case if I am on leave for 2 days, it is a planned leave, it is already approved by manager, this is all fine. You followed all the process. But what about people? What about people who will drop the email for their work? Maybe what about the customer who will drop email on that 2 days? You cannot say that I'm on leave and my manager sanctioned the leave. You cannot say that to client, to customer. So there should be proper out of office configured in your mailbox before you go on the leave. Okay, so you may say, thanks for your email. I am on leave for today and tomorrow. It is the planned leave. In my absence, you can contact Mr. So and so at this number. So if you have the permission to share the number, or maybe on this email ID. On my absence, this person will help you. That is what is the email which you have to configure, and then you can take a leave. Otherwise, you are not eligible to take the leave. That is what out of office. This is what dependability and responsibility. That means whatever dependence is there on you because of some company task, you are taking care all of them, and you are a responsible person. You are not like casual IT professional who just come like that and go like that from the company. Don't do that. Be the IT professional, guys, and have the habit from today itself. Don't be irresponsible person. Be responsible person, which will make you star IT professional. Okay. Late leave for office, that's what I said. You have to inform all the stakeholders beforehand. Plan leave, you should put out of office and all that. Don't be critical resource. So if you are, this is very important, don't be critical resource. Critical, you are critical. That means if you are on leave, everybody will stop, every work will stop. So you are very hardworking person, very good. You are highly skilled person, very good. But what you are doing, you are not sharing your knowledge to other people. You are keeping the whole project dependent on you, and you are very critical resource. Trust me, my dear friend, this is very risky for yourself. If you are on sick, nowadays you have fever, headache for 2 days, 3 days, so company will not give you the leave if you are critical resource. So don't create so much dependency on you. Keep sharing, keep doing KT. KT, what is KT? Knowledge transfer. Keep doing KT to your colleagues so that they can also handle the same task, whatever you are doing. Don't make yourself as the Superman, Shaktiman, I am Shaktiman. That without me, nobody can save the world. Don't do like that. Avengers is the super hit movie. You know why? There are so many Superman. If Spider-Man is not there, Iron Man is there. If Iron Man is not there, Hulk is there. If Hulk is not there, then I don't know. Some other person is there. Ant-Man is there, and this and that. Thor is there. Whoever. Okay. So don't be critical resource, friend. I hope making sense for you. Just type MS if making sense for you. Just type MS in the chat if it is making sense for you. Making sense? Make sense? Vaishnavi, Hetal, Sushil, guys, be excited. And I don't want count to be decreased. Don't leave the session in between. Hemlata madam will not allow you to sit for the exam if you leave the session in between. Just kidding. Okay, that's fine. Relax. Okay, so let's move on. Adaptability. This is like the awesome quality which will give you a lot of promotions, lot of salary hikes on the job. You are very adaptive, getting adjusted, flexibility about working hours. Your manager is telling you, can you work in night shift? You're saying, yes, I'm okay. Can you work in general shift? Can you work 2 hours extra today? You are saying yes, always. I'm not saying don't say no anytime, but if there is no reason, don't say no always. Be flexible, guys. Sometime you may have go live. So for example, you develop something and you want to make it go live to the client. So there you might have to do double shift. I have seen people who have not went to home for 3 consecutive days. They are sleeping there, eating there, brushing there, bathing there. Every facility is there in the company. Guys, that kind of dedication is expected from you. So, of course, ladies might have their own constraint, and companies are fine. They don't ask ladies to stay back for night shift and all. All that security policies that are very ladies friendly. And all males, all men, please be supportive to ladies on the job. Okay, don't claim, don't complain that your company is partial towards ladies and all. It has to be in that way. For ladies, that security policies are very strict. Whenever you are in cab, now this is not related to adaptability, but let me tell you one thing. In my one of the company, there was one cab policy. If there is a gents employee and there is a lady employee in the same cab, it is the responsibility of the gents employee. Firstly, cab driver will drop the lady employee, and then the last person has to be gents employee. Last person who is getting out from the cab is should be gents employee. Isn't it amazing? Companies are taking so much care of ladies, and these all sisters working with us, we have to care them, all brothers, you have to take all your sisters who are working there along with you in the job. Okay, so that's what is one of the policies, security policy, of course. And anyway, you have to follow that. It's a policy and there is no challenge. Another thing, extra work and all, that's what I said. Adaptive toward technology, this is very important. Suppose you learn Java. Let's say Sumit is there in the webinar. So Sumit learned Java from Lina ma'am, and he loves. Lina ma'am taught him Java so great way that he fall in love with Java. Now he deployed on the Java project also. Now, tomorrow, my Tipco and MuleSoft and Salesforce, all my products are Java based. So, tomorrow, if your company says, Sumit, we do have an excellent Tipco project and it's a Java based product, Tipco. Can you upskill yourself to Tipco? But it's a zero coding integration product. You're not supposed to do code over there. Now, Sumit loves coding a lot. Now, Sumit will say, sorry, I love coding and I want Java core project only. This is not how business work, boss. You have to be adaptive with the business. If business want Tipco to be there in the project, you are supposed to upskill or cross skill also. If you are working in Tipco as an integration project and my client want MuleSoft is the competitor of Tipco, you guys are supposed to cross skill yourself to MuleSoft as per the business requirement. Be adaptive for that. Never be rigid. No, I'm a Tipco resource. I cannot cross skill. I'm not talking about Java to .NET cross skilling. It is like 360-degree cross skilling. But for related cross skilling, you should be okay. Okay, if Salesforce is a CRM and your company says that can you cross skill to the Microsoft Dynamic CRM? So CRM to CRM, you are changing the product. You should not say no to that. Be adaptive for the technology change. Wearing different hats, as you can see in the picture. So sometime you are working as the analyst, sometime you are working as the designer, sometime you are working as a developer, sometime you are coaching your team member. So you are wearing different hats. This is need of an R, friends. You cannot say that, no, I am designer, I cannot work as analyst. No, I am a developer, I cannot test the code. Come on. Sometime if it is required, you have to wear multiple hats. So playing multiple roles is a common industry culture. Whoever is your manager, he is not doing management at the time. He is doing development also on the ground. He is doing coaching of the team also. He is doing estimation to the client also. He is playing so many roles. Don't be in the casteism. It's like a casteism. All these roles and all. Don't get stuck up into that. Don't be victim of that. Saying that I am developer, I will do only coding. I will not write the proposal. Get into, man. Get into that, man. You are getting some different experience. Why not? Be adaptive for wearing different hats whenever you are playing different roles. Okay. That's what. So guys, you can just put the question. I will ask you for 5 minutes. I will give you the slot where you can ask the question. Okay. So before getting into quality of work, if you have any question, just put in Q&A section. You can see Q&A section. Can you please put your question in Q&A section if you have quickly? Otherwise, towards end, I'll take the question. If you have any question, feel free to put that in chat. I could see somebody was raising the hand, so I thought, let me ask if you have any question. Okay, so feel free to put in the chat and I'll take it at the logical break. Okay, fine. So quality of work. What is quality of work? Whatever code you're writing, if you are a developer, you're writing some program, you're writing some code, at a project level, there will be some coding standard document. Okay, you must have learned comment, right? How many of you learn Java? How many of you learn Java? Just type me in the chat. How many of you learn Java in your BSc or MSc? Java, Java, Java. Have you learned Java, guys? No, nobody learned Java. Nobody has Java. If you don't have Java, that's okay. Whatever programming language or whatever technology you have seen, so there is coding standard document at each project. So you need to have comment, you need to have variable name should be properly given. There are many coding standards. Your code should not be vulnerable for security, so that way your code should be robust and strong enough. So there are policies involved which you need to follow at every project. So you are supposed to follow all quality standards which are there. Do not, just for the sake of meeting deadline, do not deliver wrong code. Do not deliver poor quality code to the central repository. You never know, because of hurry or because of casualness or because of meeting the deadline, if you submit poor code, it will have long term impact on your project. Maybe after 2 months there will be something will not be working because of your code, or somebody has to do whole lot of rework if you are doing the poor quality code. So always deliver excellent quality code whenever you are delivering. Whenever you are writing the proposal, always deliver excellent proposal without any spelling mistake and all. There are various software available. You must have heard Grammarly. So you can check, you can just browse through on your document and all, and don't be casual. Nowadays you guys are communicating on the WhatsApp, so you use a lot of emoticon, lot of short forms, lot of stuff on the WhatsApp. Don't use that language in the communication. I'll come to communication separately, but make sure whatever document you are writing, that should be containing official formal language. Formal template has to be there. Okay, don't be casual whenever you are implementing or you are delivering any code or any artifact. That's what is quality work. Are you guys with me? Are you guys with me? Just put with me in the chat. I don't see the chat really. With you, can you just put with you? Okay, Pratik is with me. Vaishnavi with me, Anushka, Tushar, Shraddha, Bhushan, Roshan, Darshan, Rajashri, Sonu, Ashwini. Wow, you guys are super. This time I will not say amazing. Amazing is getting remitted. Okay, fine. So that is about quality of work, and let's get into discipline. You have to be disciplined. Since school days, we are learning about discipline. So you have to be disciplined everywhere. I give you some example. Whenever I used to, like 10 years kind of experienced professionals in the industry, I used to, and whenever similar kind of professional we used to walk here and there, we used to see freshers crowd. Okay, I never like to call them as freshers really, but newly joined people used to there. And there was the difference, the way we used to handle lift and pantry and other resources, and the way these guys used to do that. Even if in the canteen we guys used to be like, how these people are behaving, these people are from which college, These people are from which area? So guys, you are brand ambassador for your city, you are brand ambassador for your college, your brand ambassador for your family. Whenever you do any such behavior anywhere, in the company premises, out the company premises, people travels in the bus, public transport. So how they behave, they are wearing the company card, and how they behave represents their company in that bus. Guys, be responsible. You are wearing the company card, you are IT professional and face of that company for other person. Be careful, be disciplined whenever you operate anywhere. Okay, doesn't matter you are in bus, in cab, don't be casual while. So I'm not saying that be boring person. You can be humorous person, you can be doing all fun, but be disciplined, don't be indisciplined. Okay, so just while entering the lift, I observe like people just push each other and enter into the lift. Should not be like that. Have you seen experienced people behaving like that? Not like that. So just have the habit. I repeat, I'm not asking you to be boring person, but be disciplined so that other people not troubled with your behavior. So be disciplined. That's what is one of the professional ethics guides. Teamwork. Whenever you work as the team member, be always supportive for other team members. Whenever appraisal happen, have you heard about appraisal? What is appraisal? Just say, I know, I don't know. IDNK, I know. IK, IDNK. Can you type that? I know, I don't know. Okay, many of you don't know about appraisal. Okay, I'll explain. No worries. I understand that you guys are studying in the college and you never came across with this term. Appraisal is the meeting which happens at a time of salary increase after 1 year or 2 year. Okay, it is a performance review between you and your manager. Your performance is getting reviewed. So nowadays, peer feedback also got changed. The process also got changed. Peer feedback is taken. Your manager, before your appraisal, he will talk to other team member asking that how Sam is behaving, how Sam is working on the project. Is Sam helping you? Is Sam is good team member? Okay, so this feedback also matters a lot. Even if technical something here and up and down, that is okay. But be a good team member. Don't be boss. Even if you are at a senior authority or newly joined member, be a good team member. Be supportive to others, be kind to others, listen to others and all, then participate in all activities. I have seen some people, they are very boring. I'm not talking about newly joined guys like you, but guys like me, they're very boring. It's like traditional day. This is not for me. I will just wear my normal formal shirt and formal pant and that's all. Come on. Traditional days for everybody. So participate in all formal and informal events. Meetings. Participate means what? Put forward your time. Put forward your point. Talk in informal meetings. No problem. Join all trips and parties and casual outings and everything. I'm not asking you to drink if you're not a drinker. Come on. Okay, follow all your values are there, you stick to that, no worries, but mix up with people. You cannot work standalone. Many of you may be very good individual contributor. They can study as a single person, they can give the exam, they can mark, but they cannot mix up with the. Have you seen any such person? Just put yes in the comment. Have you seen any person around you that person is very good as the individual, but whenever it is coming mixing up to other people, no, he's not mixing up? Can you put yes? I'm not asking you name of that person, but have you seen such people? Do you love such people? No. Maybe if you don't have any option, you might love them, but generally, these people are not popular. These people cannot be good leader. These people cannot be good team members. So mix up with other people. That is, if you are not that kind of person, if you are introvert person, be extrovert. Push yourself. Intentionally make change in you, and you have to mix up with other guys. If outing is happening, trip is having, such some bore people, they just stay at office. Some bore people, they just stay at home. Come on guys, what is this? If outing is going on, enjoy that day. Mix up, have a lot of photograph, publish on your Facebook here and there. Why not? Okay, be vibrant guys. That's what my message whenever it comes to teamwork. Be approachable. This is very important point. You are on leave. If you are on leave and your colleague is calling you, so don't say that, no, no, I'm on leave, I will not pick up this call. Come on, guys. He may have some urgent task. He may have some emergency on the work. Some critical client might have called him, and you put his work in the out of office. So if that guy is calling you, pick up the phone and politely talk to that person. Be approachable. Don't be have the impression for the team that this person never pick up the call, this person never reply the message, this person never reply the mail. Don't create your impression like that. This is very bad in long run, I'm telling you. Okay, I've seen example, because of these issue people not got promotion, not got hike, and they are not performing on the ground. That's what about teamwork. What next? Professionalism. Professionalism, right? Can I tell you how many left? Some of you might be thinking, how many slides left, sir? Yes, I was like you only whenever I used to listen the presentation. Let me talk about professionalism, communication, and honesty, and done. Okay, so fine, let me go to professionalism. Be professional. Don't be like a casual person, don't be like a shaky person. Be strong professional. Okay, be strong professional. How? Don't participate in gossiping. I have seen many people doing gossiping. No gender bias, I'm not talking about gents, ladies, anybody, everybody. Many people I have seen do gossiping. They are doing back talking. They are doing like criticizing on the back. Don't do that. If something is happening, stay away from that. Go away from that if something is happening like that. Even in your college day, don't do gossiping. Okay, it's very bad manners. Manners wise, it's a bad one for a human, right? Not even for IT professional, for even common person, even your housewife. Don't do gossiping. Never complain about your pay package. On the lunch table, don't cry about your salary. People will listen you, and they will take undue advantage of this point afterward on your back. You never know, somebody will use this fact that you are not happy with your package. If they want to remove somebody from the project, you are the first person who will get removed. Come on. You cannot cry about your pay package. If you want to raise some valid concern, some valid problem about your pay package, talk to your HR person in one-to-one manner. Talk to your manager in one-to-one manner during appraisal. Lunch table is not a right place for that. Your team members are not the right people to discuss about that. Okay, don't ever do it. Right? Follow your dress code. Nothing doing. In my company, we used to have Maverick Monday and Casual Friday. So we can wear casual on Monday and Friday, and we used to look awesome on Monday and Friday. But Tuesday to Thursday, nothing doing. Formal, very formal. Okay, and nowadays everybody is looking. See, look at me. I'm sitting in the home. You can't believe I'm sitting in the home, but still I'm in professional attire. I would have came in like t-shirt and jeans, and you never know what I wear at the bottom. Maybe track pant, Bermuda, or whatever. So come on, don't do that. I am sitting here in the full professional attire. This is etiquette, this is habit, guys. I am professional. You should be, right? Be professional. Whenever it comes to dress code, right? Never ever compromise on the dress code. Always wear quality clothes. I'm not saying expensive branded clothes. Whatever you wear, it should be quality cloth. Don't compromise on that. Don't ever wear unpressed clothes. T-shirt, jeans, and all. No press is there. It's like a lot of wrinkles on your t-shirt. Come on, comb your hairs properly. All well, be professional. Stand like you have total 30 years of experience. Stand like that. You are vice president of the company. Stand like that. Don't stand like, I am poor fellow getting low salary, working on the project. I am not getting good remarks. Come on, don't be like that. Okay, so that's how it is. Follow the dress code. That's what I was saying. Then during brand, you are a brand ambassador for the company. If somebody is looking at you outside and you are wearing your company iCard, thus people will see this company has so much of garbage in it, looks like. Okay, don't ever do that. You are brand ambassador inside and outside your company of your employer. So make sure you will not harm to reputation of your employer anyway. Follow everything, appear like professional. I repeat, I'm not asking you to be bore person. You can be funny, humorous, you can be like all kind of qualities with you as a human being, still be professional whenever it comes to behavior, attire and everything. Getting me? Okay, so even if you are studying in college, don't be casual in your attire. I'm not saying you wear formal always. Personally, I like t-shirt, jeans so much. I feel so much comfortable in that. But somewhere you have to be formal, so that's how you have to follow. Honesty, so of course it's a best quality. Honesty is a best policy, and that's what we learn from school days. In IT industry also it is fine. Can you see two people standing over here? One person keeping hand on his heart. Whenever you are keeping hand on your heart, you should be always true to yourself. Don't have facade on your mouth, on your face, and talk like that. Don't pretend always. Whenever you keep hand on your heart, be true to yourself. Be true. Whenever somebody asks you feedback, don't give wrong sweet feedback. Be polite, be assertive, but give the true feedback. If somebody is, for example, I'm sending my slide back to somebody and somebody says excellent, very good, this and that, I would love if somebody suggests, see here you can make changes. Unnecessarily I don't want that comment, but if somebody is genuine at heart, I am ready to accept that kind of comment. Be polite, be assertive, but be true to yourself. Be honest. Okay, no blame game in the project. If something gets failed, keep hand on your heart and say that I am responsible for that. Take the responsibility. You can see other person raising the hand. Some in some meeting some failure happen, you know that you are responsible for that failure. Raise the hand, take the responsibility. Be honest, it is my fault. It is not my team's fault. It is not my colleague's fault. It is my fault. I will correct it, I will support it, and same thing will get followed. People will respect you. You don't say that if you are honest all the time it will harm you. No, people will respect you anything. If you have done something wrong, keep hand on your heart, say that I have done it, I am taking the responsibility of that, I am ready to take the corrective action, I am ready to face the punishment. Yes, I have done it wrong. Okay, so that's how the honesty is. Be honest, guys. Even in IT industry, this policy is not really outdated. This is very good quality, which will take you really long way in the IT industry. Be honest with yourself. Okay, that's how it is. And let's come to the last but not least, communication. Communication is backbone of our career. Trust me. How do you communicate? That is very important. If you are super scholar in your college, you are topper in your college, if you do not present yourself in the meeting, if you do not convince your manager in the appraisal, if you do not communicate properly, nobody will know about that. Many technical people are like that. They don't believe in communication. They say, I'm good at my work, I don't have to showcase that. You have to showcase that. Whatever you have to showcase that through communication. Now all communication practices you need to follow, like no emotions in written communication. Be careful. Whenever you write email, whenever you write even WhatsApp message to somebody in the office, Be careful. Written communication can be used against you as a proof, as a wrong thing. Doesn't matter what intention you have, right or wrong, that may used against you. Never ever reflect your emotions in written communication. What does it mean? If you are angry with somebody, you are putting the anger in the WhatsApp messages. Never ever do that. You are angry with your boss, you have done this thing wrong with me. You are putting the mail, clicking on the send button. It is angry, angry, angry email. You never know, that email might be used to terminate you from the company. Don't ever put any emotions in email communication. Very short, very crisp, to the point, no emotions. Only related to work, email should be there. No loose communication, no loose talk. You are standing in the corridor and you are talking about some person, some vice president, about your CEO, about share price of your company. Don't do such kind of loose talk. Be responsible. Whatever word is coming out of your mouth, be responsible for that. Be polite and firm in communication. Whenever you want to put forward your point, be polite, but be firm. Politeness is not you are shaky on your point. You buff, but be firm. You don't have to shout always to be firm. You can be polite. You talk slowly, softly, but be firm. Okay, that is what is required. Be confident and not arrogant. Okay, remember, guys, whenever you talk in the company with your colleagues, with your boss, everybody, be polite, be confident. Okay, your confidence has to be reflected from your body language, but make sure it is not getting converted to arrogance. Other people feel you are attacking to them, you are very aggressive. Not at all. Okay, be confident but not arrogant. Then, this is very important, be good listener. Okay, people do not require smart brain to tell them or give them any advice. They require kind heart to listen to them. Sometime your colleagues will tell their personal story, their personal problems. Sometime your manager is giving you some advice. Be good listener. Listen that completely. Never ever interrupt any person in between. Wait, take a pause. Suppose Swapnali madam is talking to you. Okay, she's very senior, she's teaching you something, she's your teacher. She is explaining you something. She is coming out of the class, you're talking to her. Suppose she is your manager on the project and you are a team member. So she is trying to explain something. Before completing the whole sentence, you are interrupting her to justifying your thoughts, your say. Don't do that. Never ever do that. Nobody like to get interrupted. So be good listener. Listen the whole sentence. Take a pause to wait that whether she has second sentence to talk. If not, put forward your sentence. That's how the communication should be. Always remember, guys, I'm giving you golden nuggets of communication. Don't underestimate that. Excessively don't use written communication. I have seen people use email saying that, can we go for lunch together? Come on, what is this? You use WhatsApp for that. You call that person, you call from extension, you walk away till the desk of that person. You're just dropping a mail to the person sitting next to you. Don't do that. Don't excessively use the email and other written communication. Formal communication, I mean, don't excessively use that. Whenever meeting is happen, to decide meeting timing, I have seen people have lot of email exchanges with them. Okay, can we have meeting at 8 p.m, can we have meeting at 7 p.m, can you please confirm your availability? I have seen so much brainstorming on emails going on. Instead of that, get into the call for 5 minutes, get consent from everybody, and that's what you can do. Okay, judiciously use your office messenger and communicator. Don't use it like your Facebook and Instagram. Don't use them like your social media messengers, right? So that's what. Now, this is what I wanted to explain you. 10 top communication ethics. How's that, guys? Have you enjoyed that? or you felt boring listening them? You felt like something who is telling you a lot of advices and all. Have you enjoyed that? Just put capital Y. If not, just put capital N. I don't mind getting your N also. That's okay. You enjoyed? Very good. Let us do one exercise. I'm telling you just to cross check whether you penetrated this professional ethics in you. Just let me tell you, just 5 minutes more I'll take with kind permission of your staff members. So let me give you some scenario. Look at this. Dipti is working on, just you can say thumbs up, thumbs down. You say up if you like that. If you dislike it, just put down. Okay, just put U if you like it. If you don't like it, just put D. D for down, U for up. Okay. Dipti is working on her desk. Sujay came and took her for lunch in the canteen. Dipti just left her, so that's a typo error, her desk unlocked. Is it thumbs up, down? What do you think? U or D? Is it the information security breach? Yes. Somebody, I have seen one example. One person left the desk unattended, and other colleague dropped the wrong email from his email box as desk was unlocked, and that email caused lot of trouble for this guy. That's what can happen. So yes, definitely this is thumbs down. Let me show you other one. Jenny's mobile got completely discharged while coming to office today. So she carried her power bank along with the mobile in the office. Do you feel carrying power bank along with the mobile is really some professional ethics breaching or some security policy breaching? Say yes or no. Do you feel she violated some security policy? Yes or no? Yes or no? Don't say thumbs up, thumbs down now. If you feel she violated security policy, she carried power bank along with the mobile, yes or no? She violated any security policy? No. Okay, no, guys. Power bank is not the storage device. Power bank is just a charging device, and she carried along with her mobile, no problem at all. So, no, this is the normal scenario. Okay, so let me give you the next one. So, this two scenario, this scenario. Samir's office laptop is full with data. There is no space at all in the office laptop, and he has carried his own hard disk to the office and attached to the office laptop. Do you feel this is the security breach? This is the compromise with professional ethics? Say yes, yes, not thumbs up, thumbs down. Say yes if you feel yes, he violated the policy. Very much. Absolutely, guys. He violated the policy. Yes, very well, he violated the policy. Fine. Understood? Okay. So, coming to the last part of the presentation, friends, in case if you have any question, just shoot that in the chat. I will try to take maximum questions in 5 minutes. Till that time, let me flash my social contact. So, right now, if you want to send me connection request, feel free to connect with me, guys. Just put that in your browser, samj.tech/YouTube. Sam J. I do have a lot of educational content, and I do have a lot of IT content which I used to publish on my social media. So take advantage of that. You can go and connect with me on social media. I will wait for 5 minutes in case if any question for me. I'm looking at the chat. Just put the question in the chat if there is any question. I'm just looking at the chat for 5 minutes. This is your time, guys. Whatever question related to professional ethics, not related to professional ethics, related to joining IT industry, whatever you want to ask, put that in the chat. Okay. So let me see if I get some message. raise the hand and maybe ask the question. There is an option to raise the hand. Raise the hand and ask the question in chat. Okay, to avoid the mess, I'm not opening your mic. So there may be disturbance and whole lot of thing. So you can put your question in the chat. Any questions? So I hope this is not typical academic presentation which I have given to you. If you want, I can share this slide deck with you all through, I think you already registered to my system. So I can share this with the kind permission of your staff members. I can share this PPT with all of you. Give me some time for that. If you want it, then I'll share that with you. Let me see if you have some question. Sushil has the question, what do you do to stay up to date? Okay, so what I do basically, that's a very good question. How I be on the toes whenever it comes to skills, I think. Okay, so for example, in TIPCO, what is happening currently? So I joined so many groups on Facebook and LinkedIn and everywhere. On LinkedIn, I'm very active. Then I joined so many meetups also. So I go for many meetups. I watch a lot of articles and watching YouTube. What I do generally, whenever I travel and whenever there is any productivity, unproductive slot I get, I'm traveling, waiting for somebody or some unproductive slot, I put my headphone, start my YouTube and just watch some YouTube channels which give me up to date information. And I subscribe to so many discussion groups. So I used to get a lot of buzzing thing around my technologies and my skills. So that's what is there. Yeah, so I hope, Sushil, I answered your question. Kalpesh, go ahead and ask your question as you raise the hand. Go ahead and ask that. Okay, what is work of HR? Human Resources Department, Rajeshri. HR recruits you. HR takes care of you. HR takes care of your issues. HR is taking care of your hiring process. Whatever different processes related to you as human being in IT company, HR takes care of that. Human resources. HR's job is taking care of human resources. So HR takes care of all that processes and all on the job, Rajeshri. Hope I answered. If any other question, feel free to ask. Any other question, guys? Okay, just keep your hand raised so that I will be aware that you're asking the question. Otherwise, uh, fine. Perfect. So I think that's all from my side, friends. Stay in touch. In case if you need any help, let me know. Whatever is possible for me, I will very well do. At least on chat, I can reply you. Even if on call and all, I will not be available, but you can send me the text message. No problem. On social media, you can contact on Facebook Messenger, LinkedIn Messenger, wherever. So go ahead and do that. This is my WhatsApp number. So generally, I'm comfortable with the text messages, not calls, audio calls. Okay, so that's all from my side, friends. Thanks a lot. And what I do, if Leena ma'am or Swapnali ma'am or Hemlata ma'am, if you are around, I will just hand over the desk to you.
Yes, sir, we are available. Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much for your valuable guidance. Uh, Let me take a chance to have a vote of thanks first, sir. Uh, a warm and cherished noon to today's speakers, all my colleagues and my dear students. It is my privilege to propose a vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who worked hard to organize this knowledgeful webinar. On behalf of School of Computer Sciences and the entire fraternity of the college, I, Mrs. Swapnali Vamude, give a really heartfelt vote of thanks to our speaker, Mr. Sam J, who spent his busiest time gracing the event. Today, we had the opportunity to hear you, sir, your thoughts, and this is definitely supporting our students in future. Your thoughts have enlightened our minds and shown us new path. Thank you, sir, once again for adorning the occasion. A
Thanks. Thanks,
special
Swapnali.
A special mention to our venerable principal, Professor S.M. Bhanambe, being the catalyst that inspired us to do our best and stand a pillar of path. I also want to thank the people who worked behind the scenes to execute this event, our technical arrangement team. Finally, I would like to thank our budding rock stars who made this event successful with their active and patient presence. With the kind permission of you all, I conclude my vote of thanks and convey that today's session is over. Thank you, sir.